What's up, gang? This is the Centipede monitor, and I think it was having collapse. That's right. I can see the line on there. So I have the test pattern generator hooked up, power hooked up, and I have it all set where it should fire up with one switch, and we can verify what it's doing. Hopefully we can fix it in this video. Heard some static. I think this one takes not a long time, but a minute or so. Okay, I can see we do have a line here. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So let's go ahead and let's unhook the power from this guy. Go ahead and take our video signal off. Can you guys see this? Power. And I'm just going to pull the video cable off here. Up there. So we can get the light a little better. Could always turn that little lamp off there. Okay, so here's our video. Everything is off. So the first thing we're going to want to do is discharge the monitor. I just use a regular old flathead screwdriver, not that long. I don't have to have one that's like 8 feet long like the show. See a lot of people doing that. But just, yeah, two alligator clips, clip one end here. You don't really want it this close. Where are we at? There we go. You don't really want it this close if you don't have to, if you have a big handle, because you're going to take that charge of electricity right through here to the frame of the chassis. I don't know why that was hard to say. So don't like hold your finger up here or anything like that. But all you have to do, hook it there, and then just stick it underneath here. A little tink. That one wasn't that bad. And I usually wait, a minute or two, because it can build up a charge again. I'm going to go ahead and pull this other stuff out. Let's go ahead and move closer. Let's see if we can put this a little better. Kinda. Ain't really gonna help. Only other thing I can do is get the flash. Give me 1 second and I'll get us a little better light. It's honestly harder to set up the lighting right now than it is to get this chassis unhooked. So we have the discharged. We want to do this again, and I know it's off camera, but I'm just sliding it under there one more time, and then that's good. So I need to actually get up there anyway, because we are going to pull it off. I have the light leaning up against the tripod. Okay, so what I do is I take that flat side there, and then I'll kind of look underneath here, and there's two little prongs, and you just want to get a hold of one and push it away. And when I get it off of here, I'll show you why. Let's see where we're at here. Oh, I got it already. So it has two little arms there. Let's see. There we go. Kinda. There we go. So what they do is they go in here, and then one leg bends that way, one leg bends that way, and then you can't pull it out. So you just take the screwdriver and push in on one of the legs, and then it'll pop out of there. Not a big deal, as long as it has no power built up in it. And then the next thing here that we want to unhook and move, let's see. Trying to hold too many things. All right, we need focus down here. There we go. Okay, so here's your DGOS I'm gonna get that out. And then right here behind it, let's see if I can show you. Probably not with the light. Okay. It is right here, this one with this yellow tag that I have my finger on. I wouldn't recommend pulling your cord out like that normally when I'm trying to do this and show you guys. Okay, so we have the degauss, and now there's our yoke. Okay, we can put this back now. And yeah, that's what I thought. It's just, what is it catching a shadow on? I can't find out. Sorry about all this. Ridiculous, ain't it? All this work and I just can't get any light down into that chassis. Okay, we're gonna have to do it like this. Hope it holds. So next is gonna be the neck, and I just kind of wiggle it until it pops off. Pretty easy. And then that should be everything. There's also usually a ground wire here that's attached to the neck board. And so just pop that off, or cut it if you have to. It's no big deal. You can always put it back later. And then the rest is, watch out, Willow. I didn't step on you. Will you quit doing that? Okay. So now, this is just fantastic camera work. Making myself sick. So just get a nut driver, and then there's a nut on each side, or a screw on each side. And that's it. It's gonna come off of here. And now about our problem, which is the horizontal collapse, right? Yeah, horizontal. The usual problem with this, honestly, is user error or overconfidence in your soldering and lack of skill, which I can honestly say that because I'm pretty sure I did this one. But I just threw caps in it without knowing what was wrong with it at all. I threw caps in it, threw it in here, and it worked. But I know I didn't really go over the chassis. I usually will reflow it, like the header pins and the usual suspects, but I don't think I went all out on this one. So now we are removed. Oh, these are yoke wires. Come on. I need two hands again. Oh man, that thing's on there. You also want to be careful it doesn't come off, and I'm going to break the neck here. But I'm going to pull this one off. It's the same thing. It's just a little bit harder of a pull. Where does that other one at? Okay, this other one it goes to the neck board, so you don't have to take that one off. I lied. I actually did think that was the yoke, though, earlier. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this, and then we'll get the table set up for some solder work. And if we can't find what's wrong with here, obviously, then we'll use the magnifying light on it, take another good look, and it's still nothing, then we can pull out the digital microscope and really, really get down and dirty. Give me a couple seconds and we'll take care of this. Okay, we're going to work here. I have this tripod set up here. I don't know if you can see it. It's right here, and that should shoot us straight down, and you guys will be able to watch me do the work. We're going to take the meter and set it on continuity and start beeping out the chassis. Just make sure that these spots where the solder doesn't look so good. Let me see if I can zoom in on a spot real fast for you. Okay. There, I want to give an example before we start. I can't really get too close. But you can see, I know, where's this flyback? Okay, the flyback is over here. There's some that kind of look like they're round and balled up rather than like a melted pyramid around the leg that you're trying to solder to. If it's round and balled up, it didn't really get heated up enough. And so I'm gonna start with solder joints that look like that, and anything else that looks, suspicious. But we'll point them out as we go, and then I will mark them with a red paint pen until we come back and go through it. And then as we go, I'll mark them off with the green paint pen. And then when I'm totally done, I can just wipe it all off with alcohol. And that way I can keep track of all the little spots, because it does look like there's a lot. There is like little jumper wires and stuff all over the place. I don't think I did this one, so I don't remember having to do that many jumper wires on any chassis lately. But let's get it set up, and I'll put you on that tripod, and I will get the soldering iron heated up. So the view's not too bad. The chassis is kind of at an angle, so it's not perfect. And we can zoom in pretty good here. It looks like I can still read the chassis. We can get pretty close, but we'll do that when we need to solder on something, or when we find a specific point here. So like I said, I want to put my meter on continuity, and mine has the beep function, which helps. So I'm going to turn mine to that one. Now we want a beep, and we want a solid beep. We also want this thing to get really close to 0. Sometimes it'll beep, but it doesn't really have good continuity. And I was just looking before we started. Let's start with this one. It's one of these jumpers. And you have to remember that, see how I'm not getting the one there? If I push on it because I'm trying to get a reading, I will cause it to, if it's cold solder, I'll cause it to connect. So you gotta really lightly set it on there sometimes. That one seems fine though, but let's check it from like here to here. This seems fine there, but it does look really rounded. Willow, come on, get down, baby. Don't you back talk. Okay, let's see what else we got. So horizontal hold, and I think it's horizontal is sideways, right? Yeah, I think it's horizontal collapse we have. So we want to kind of really look in that section, which should be over here. See there, it's not beeping. But if I push on it, it does. But I'm not getting it there. So we're going to mark that one. Yeah, I know you think I'm talking to you. Here to here. Hopefully I'm not sticking my head too far in here. It's hot today. That's really rounded. Just want to check all these caps. I looked at it, and then right away I'm like, my flux isn't that dirty looking. So I was like, I don't know if this is mine. Let's see, where's this one go? Let's go here. Most of them are checking out so far. Where's this go? This goes here. It's okay. It's okay. Come on, you're tearing up my chair, man. I hear you. That should be making contact there, and it's not good contact anyway. Let's put a red dot there. I can see where this one, there's no pad at all for that one. So here to here, it's completely missing right there. See if I can show you. Oop, see if I can show you that. Should move you this way. But it's this one with this red right here. This back one right here. There's no pad. So we'll definitely make sure. I mean, that's why the the leg is bent over on that cap and soldered in. That's something that I would probably do. But let's see if it's... Not that one, okay. So what about this and this one? So this one's really rounded. Let me back up now. Let me put you back at normal. Did I pull this out? No, no. There we go. So I'm still not seeing a whole lot of them that are iffy though. Not as many as I expected with the way the solder looks. Some chassis are just hell. As soon as you touch them with a soldering iron, the pads come off. Not a whole lot you can do on those. Some K7000s are real crispy too. This here. Kind of looking for some cold solder joints. This is the vertical section here. Horizontal out. There's two transistors which are right here. 302 and 303. Let's just go ahead and see if we can read those in circuit for a minute. To diode. Let's see. 0.5. That one looks okay. That one's kind of questionable. Oh, that's better. They seem okay. And I had a feeling they were. I have a pretty good presumption that this is actually just going to be you get to see this light a little better over here. I think it's just cold solder or soldering job wasn't done well enough. Or let's continue. I did want to check those just in case that was our problem. But I figured one side would be obviously shorted. Okay, let's just keep going. This goes where? Here. Right? No. There's so much crud I can't see. This one goes here. This one here. This one here? No. Where's this one go? Okay. Okay, zeroed out. Is that supposed to be touching? Yeah, see if I don't touch it in the right place, it's not making contact. That was here, I think. And it's not going anywhere near zero either. This one went here. Oh, that's the one I was just on. I was talking about this one, I think. Those wouldn't touch anyway. Yeah, it was that one. That one I don't have to worry about. This one was over here. Let's check these. So it was over in here somewhere. I didn't even check it that long. I just checked it real quick. And I think I found one or two. I thought maybe it was this one. Yeah. And I was like, oh, we need to start doing this on camera, otherwise I'll end up fixing it. Where was I at? Was I touching two that weren't supposed to? These two don't go together, do they? Or was I here? If I push on them, they touch. I'd say there's enough of them where we need to go through and just freshen up all these little guys that are questionable, or not even questionable, it's just all the new ones, just to make sure that the connection's better than it was. But like I said, sometimes you'll get a beep like that, but if it doesn't go, you know, down close to 0, it's just beeping. You're not, you don't have total continuity, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that one's terrible right there. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh that too. I think I already tried all these. I think that one's alright. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Not pretty good, but the numbers coming up are pretty good. Sticking my face right in this thing, sorry. All right, well, let me get the soldering iron heated up, and I guess I need to leave those down. And we'll go ahead and freshen up the solder and throw it back in there, see if it fires up. We are going to start at this first spot that I was looking at here, and that is going to be where the horizontal hold pot is. It is actually those two and this one up here. So I want to start by reflowing that. And we only have a couple other spots, but I think that is our problem there. Either that or the pot could be bad itself. But I just want to heat it up and make sure it has good contact. And I'm holding my tip to the leg for a little while before I touch the pad. Hopefully that's a little better. I think that one's fine there. I may have to move the camera. Oh, I'm pretty much in there. I have those two, this one here, and I think that's it. So this is the last one. Oh, this one's a little, got a couple different spots that look hairy. I need to add some solder onto that one. It doesn't want to melt. We can fix that. There is a ton of birds chirping out today. I usually never hear them. Let's heat that up. It was like the solder wasn't connected or something. Let's get it all heated up. And this is that one here that was, oh, so we're missing some light. A little better. This one over here, the solder pad is missing completely. Make sure it's okay. Yeah, come on. I'm gonna put like 4 pounds of solder on this thing, but it will not melt. should get it. And this little guy here. Something wrong with my tip? I don't think so. It's tinned. I'm up to temp. Odd solder or something. All right, so let's check continuity on those. See if that's any better. Really, the bad one was the pot up here. Oh, actually, I don't know if I got this one. This pot up here was the only one that was really bad. The other ones were they were kind of going in and out, but they're bad enough I wanted to touch them up. There we go. But if it's a big cold round blob, it's probably not heated thoroughly enough and melted to the pad. Let's see, there was here it is. There's a rounded one over here I wanted to give attention to. This thing needs to be cleaned. I need to clean the top side too before I take it back to work. Okay, let's check continuity now. And we're gonna be over there. This one, all the way to 0 that time. That one. What about these? Yep. That is very strong now. Let's try this one. Same. Goes to 0. Let's try this one. This one. It goes to 0. Does that go across there? I don't want to connect it if it's not supposed to be connected. It looks like it's on the same. I think I'm going to put a jumper there anyway. Give me a second and I will find a piece of wire or something to put there. This is the guy right here that was giving me the problems at the very end. And that's the one there that didn't have a pad at all. So I didn't have to put a jumper wire in between here and here. I just had to reflow this one a little. And you can see how grody it is, how nasty that flux was on that. I don't know if I don't have any that's that gross, so I don't know who did this one. Or this could be old work too. But I think that should get that, and as you can see there, it is in the horizontal section, or part of it anyway. So horizontal size. So let's go ahead and put this one back in. I will get set up with the test rig and we'll throw it in and hopefully she works. So I guess I screwed up and didn't hit record on the video, but I did test the chassis and we're still flatlined, still have collapse. I do believe that one of these two transistors that are here on either side of these heat sinks is going to be the problem, and I do not have one of those in my spare parts. There it is back there. And let's see if we can see it. I think it says it is a C2073. Yeah, I do not have any of those. So I have to put it in order, so I can't finish this one in this video. I hate when that happens. But I'm going to go ahead and put it out. It's pretty long anyway. And we'll definitely get back to this one because we need Centipede up and running. And I don't know if I have any spare monitors that are up and running at the moment. So we should have this in a few days and we'll do another video and hopefully it'll be working. But thanks for watching and hopefully this solves it. So these two right here are going to be ground and 5 volt. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is. A nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted. I got what I wanted. And a pretty good deal on it too. Super hang on.
Get what I want.
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching.
When you take care of people, people take care of you in this community.
That's the truth.
So everyone, please remember that. Even if we're competitors, we're not enemies.